Hi, Yusuf.
Hi.
Hi, wonderful son.
Thank you.
Daddy love you so much, man.
I love you so much too.
I really do, man. You're so good for me to be your dad. I'm very happy. I really love that. I'm very sorry about everything. He said, Daddy keeps going to jail for nothing. And the police keep putting your daddy in jail. Okay? Now, let me tell you. I'm sorry, okay?
Okay.
Daddy, the police put your daddy in jail just because he's a black Muslim. That's why daddy keeps going to jail. Not because of the charge. They made your daddy a sex offender with no victim. That means I didn't even do anything to anybody. Then they made me go to jail. And they keep making me go to jail, Yusuf. They're taking me out your life. And I didn't do anything. And I don't sell drugs. And I'm not in a gang. And I'm not in the streets. And I don't drink. And I don't do anything bad. I just try to be the best Muslim I can be every day. You know? And I love being your father, man. It makes me very happy to be your daddy. But the police want daddy to go to jail because he is a Muslim. And because he's black. That's why they want your daddy to go to jail. I didn't do anything.
Why you didn't do anything?
I didn't do anything, Yusuf.
Why you didn't do anything? You were a baby and police come in a house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was a little kid, yeah.
I remember you told me that.
And now they said they want me to go to jail because they said I didn't give them the real address. That I sleep outside. You know? That since they gave me that charge, that I have to sleep outside now, Yusuf, because I don't have a home. And I can't get a job no more because they made me go to jail for this stuff. And people think I'm a bad person now. You know? And I'm not, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I did follow their rules, even though I shouldn't have to. And then they keep saying, oh, we made a mistake. Dad, you gotta go to jail for some time. Oh, we made a mistake, we have to fix it. But I have to keep suffering. No. Daddy, to keep suffering, man. And then it's making you suffer. You know why? Because you need Dad. And you're a little kid. And you need your father. And they're taking your father away just because he's black. And just because he's a Muslim. That's why they're taking Daddy from you. Not because I did anything. Now they're saying I gotta go to jail for a very long time. Because I gave the wrong address. And they said I tampered with the system, but you said they're lying. They're tricking people. They're doing this just to make sure that Daddy will go to jail, boo-boo. And Daddy didn't even do anything. You know? And you need your daddy. They kids got their dad. And what do? They're mean to black people every day. They're not getting paid to do that. They're violating people's rights and everything, and they still get to go home to their children every day, Yusuf, just because they're white. And just because we're black, you can't have your daddy, and your daddy has a type of label on him that he didn't even do anything, Yusuf. That's not fair to me, man, because I love you, son. And that's what happened to all the black kids in America. They do the same shit. They take all the black fathers out and then they torment the rest of the race, man. And that's not cool, man. You know? I don't even want to be out your life for 1 second. That's why I'm not in the streets. That's why I'm not selling drugs. That's why I'm not in a gang. That's why I don't be in the bars. That's why I don't be outside doing nothing but making gardens and teaching people about Allah. Because I want to be in your life, man, because I love you, man. And I'm your daddy, man. You know that? Sit, man. Sit. For real, Yusuf. They're lying, Yusuf. They said they made a mistake and gave me this sex case. That's how I'm a sex offender with no victim. They made a mistake and did that. They made me sign a paper saying I won't come back and sue the courts for them giving me this false case, man. Okay? Because they knew, even before I entered the damn courtroom, man, they violated my rights, man. They did something to me that they're not supposed to do. I am an American citizen. What did they do to me, man? They demoralized your daddy as a human being, man. Just because I'm black. See this paper? This paper right here is they said that I did not bring them this paper. I did not give them the right address, okay? This address says that I have nowhere to live, that I have to live in somebody else's tent in a graveyard. Because I don't even got no tent, man. You know that? All I got is a cover, man. Okay? I had to leave everything in my house because I had lost where I lived at because of this shit, man. Okay? And now they telling me I got a warrant. Now they saying the police looking for me, man. They put me in jail, you see? For what? I ain't do nothing, man, but suffer since they did this shit to me, man. You know? Now they gonna make you suffer, man. And this is crazy, man. This is not right, you know? And mommy just crying, man. Because she said that your daddy was a good, strong man. A good, strong black man. And they just keep on breaking him down. That's what mommy said to me today, man. When she came in here. She said, I'm so glad that I came home at lunch early to come get what I was looking for because you needed me, babe. You were still asleep. That's what mommy said. She said, you needed me. You needed somebody to hug you and kiss you. God, she said, you're going through so much. She just gave me a pretty big hug and kiss, Yusuf, you know? And it has to stop, man, you know? They only do this kind of stuff to people in America, Yusuf, here, where it's a red, white, and blue flag. If you see a red, white, and blue flag, that means they hate black people. That means they hate Muslims. That means they are bad people. That's what that means, man. And we live here, man. What they doing, that's why they attacking us. We're not immigrants, you know? We was born here suffering just because we black, man. Now you gotta go through another cycle of that nonsense. Just because your father was black and just because you was black and your mama. And that's not fair, Yusuf, you know? That is not fair. I love you, man.
Love you too.
Damn, you a good boy, man. So good, boo-boo. You the best son ever. Trust me, okay? Just believe me, you are the best son for me ever. No son could ever be better for me than you. Okay? You sticking it out with your dad, man. You know, you're not lying on your dad. You don't want to change your last name. You're not lying to your mama saying daddy wants you to die. Or you're not trying to change your last name from Rahman to Turner. You're trying to be with your daddy. You know? You're trying to honor your father, right? You want to be with me. We pray together. You know? We fight together. You've been learning karate and mixed martial arts at a young age from your dad, man. You know? And this is very impressive. Very impressive. You are so impressive as a human being, man. Resilience is ridiculous. They cheated, Yusuf. They cheated, Yusuf. They said your daddy is a sex offender and I don't even have no victim, boo-boo. And then, no victim. And then after they gave me this, they said I copped out to gross imposition. They forced me to. And then 1 year later, they updated the status to rape. What the fuck? What the hell is going on here, man? This is so corruption. This is absolutely crazy, boo-boo. How many black people did they do this to? You know?
No.
A lot.
A lot.
They killed a lot of black people just because they was black. The people who love the American flag, man. The white people, man. The white people who don't believe in God, man. That's who run the American flag, man. That's who all the police are. That's who is in the army. That's who is in all these, most majority of these people, man. Okay, they are literally walking devils, man. And you keep on attacking your daddy with an Islamic name. I have a Muslim name. Daddy's name is Manni Rahman. He has a Muslim name, and they made sure to degrade my name, man. They try to make my Muslim name seem bad, boo-boo, and I didn't even do nothing. How is your daddy a sex offender, and he don't even have a victim? How do he have this charge? How do they keep putting me in jail and taking my life from me like this? They're taking me away from you, you know? I'm sorry that I let them get me, Yusuf. I don't even know how I let this happen. I'm so sorry, man. There's no way I should have this charge, man. Daddy didn't even break the law, man. You know? Something from when I was a child that was already solved. And they gave it to me 20 years later as an adult, slid it in with another case without me even knowing, told me to cop out to this and sign this paper, Yusuf. This how I turned into this, man. They tricked me. They came up with a whole scheme just to trick me to sign this paper, man. You know? And it ruined my life. It made daddy life bad, man. You know? It made daddy life not fun no more. But it's still fun when I see you. You know? When I see you, it's still fun. But when I don't see you, like if they put daddy in jail, or when daddy has to go sleep in the graveyard, in somebody else's tent, then that's when it's not fun for dad, for what they did to me. You know? And that's why daddy been cold and sick every day. And then they said that I tampered with the evidence and I gave them a wrong address. How? I've been trying to follow their rules, their demoralized rules they gave me. You know? So I won't go to jail. So they won't keep torturing me. And they're gonna keep torturing me, boo-boo. They keep getting me now. They want me to keep going in jail because if I go to jail, they get money. They get money if I go to jail. That's why they want me to go to jail. They only do this stuff to people in America. They don't do people like this in Russia. They don't do people like that in China. They don't do people like that in the Muslim countries. They only do this in America, where they hate the color of the black skin and they hate Muslims because they only believe in one God. And that is crazy, boo-boo. That's why they doing this to me. They're gonna have to take my life, Yusuf. Okay? They're gonna have to this time. Because I can't let them take me no more. Allah does not want them to keep taking me. Allow them to keep taking me. He did not say, allow them to keep oppressing me. You're not supposed to be oppressed. That means what they're doing to me is oppression. I've done nothing wrong and you are oppressing me at the highest level. I even brought it to their attention that you guys erred on my case. They verified this. I mean, I'm at the sheriff's office. They verify, I see that this is out of whack. This is completely messed up. They completely messed up on your case, but you gotta go hire a lawyer to fix your case. Why would I have to go hire a lawyer on something that they erred? And I can't even come up with $1 bill because of what they did to me. So how am I gonna get a lawyer? You know? They can't get you. They can't get you, boo-boo, because you're a baby. Because you're 5. You know? Can't get you. They can't hit you. They can't touch you. Because you're a little kid. Inshallah. Okay? They can't get you. They can't get mommy, boo. You know? They can't get mommy. Mommy go to the hospital and she a doctor. Okay? They can't get mommy either. Mommy got grandma and grandpa over there. Mommy, they can't get them. Okay? Because they already got daddy though. Okay? They didn't make Uncle Steve go to jail, okay? Because your grandma made him stay in the house like this, so the police can't get him. That's good, right? Yeah, that's good. Your grandfather and your grandmother, yeah. They made mommy stay in the house, Rita, Steve, all of them. They protected them. I didn't have that. I'm the oldest boy in my family. Yeah, daddy. I'm the oldest boy. I didn't have no protection. My mom didn't know how to protect me. It's okay. The lady at the front office of the sheriff's when I went down there on 12/12/26. The one who's at the front office, I had a problem with this lady. I explained to her, I'm not even a sex offender or no victim. They ruined my life. Can you help me? She verifies that, yeah, you're not a sex offender, but listen, you got to go hire an attorney on your own. I don't care anything about your life, and get out my face. That's what she tells me. And then she goes mess up my paperwork on purpose and puts this down for the address. None reported, none reported, none reported. That's impossible, man. How could it be none reported on this right here, right? How could it be none reported on this paper? Okay. None reported on this paper. But it says, Manni Rahman, on December 12th. I meant to say December 12th. Day of 2025. Did I signed this paper, right? This paper, what would I be signing this paper for? Huh? You know what I mean, boo-boo? No, it's okay, not you, I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying they're cheating. What would I be signing this paper for? With no address, no address, no address, huh? They continuously doing these violations to put you in jail, to get $250 to $1,300 a day that you sit in the county jail. How long? Then they're gonna send you to prison. You didn't even do nothing at all. What the hell is happening in America? This is crazy. This is pure corruption. What they doing against black people and immigrants. This doesn't make any sense. Man, fuck America, man. I hope this bitch burn down and they blow this bitch up. Inshallah. Wow, I'm a sex offender with no victim. Now they saying I gotta go to jail because a lady messed my paperwork on purpose because I brought to her attention that I'm a sex offender with no victim. Astaghfirullah.